Welcome to our deep dive into the controversial South African anti-migrant group Operation Dudula. Today, we are going to explore all the facts about this organization that has been making headlines for its aggressive tactics against foreign nationals. Operation Dudula, which means pushback in Zulu, has become a notorious presence in South Africa's townships and urban areas. This group has gained attention for its raids on businesses owned by foreign nationals, often forcing shops to close their doors. But what exactly is Operation Dudula? At its core, it is a movement that claims to be fighting against illegal immigration and what they perceive as the negative impact of foreign nationals on South African society. However, their methods have raised serious concerns about xenophobia and vigilantism. The group was founded in 2021 by Nalanla Lux Dlamini, a charismatic figure who has become the face of the movement. Dlamini and his followers argue that foreign nationals are taking jobs away from South Africans and contributing to crime in the country. They've tapped into a deep well of frustration among some South Africans who feel left behind economically. Operation Dudula's tactics are what really set them apart. They organize large groups of supporters to march into areas with high concentrations of foreign-owned businesses. These marches often turn into raids, with members demanding to see documentation proving the legal status of shop owners and workers. Those who can't produce papers or are deemed to be in the country illegally are forced to shut down their businesses. These actions have not gone unnoticed by authorities. The South African government has condemned Operation Dudula's activities as illegal and potentially inciting violence. Human rights organizations have also spoken out, warning that the group's actions could lead to an escalation of xenophobic sentiment and attacks on foreign nationals. It is important to note that Operation Dudula's rise comes against a backdrop of long-standing tensions around immigration in South Africa. The country has a history of xenophobic violence, with major outbreaks occurring in 2008 and 2015. Many South Africans feel that the government has failed to address issues of illegal immigration and its perceived impact on employment and crime. However, critics argue that Operation Dudula is scapegoating foreign nationals for complex social and economic problems. They point out that many of the businesses targeted by the group are providing essential services in underserved communities and that shutting them down could have negative consequences for local residents. The group's activities have also raised questions about the rule of law in South Africa. By taking matters into their own hands, Operation Dudula members are essentially acting as vigilantes, bypassing official channels for addressing immigration concerns. This has led to clashes with law enforcement and further heightened tensions in affected communities. Despite the controversy surrounding them, Operation Dudula has managed to gain a significant following. They've used social media effectively to spread their message and organize actions. This has allowed them to mobilize quickly and attract supporters from various parts of the country. The impact of Operation Dudula extends beyond just the businesses they target. Their actions have created an atmosphere of fear among foreign nationals living in South Africa, many of whom are now afraid to open shops or even leave their homes. This climate of intimidation has been condemned by civil society groups and international organizations. As Operation Dudula continues to make headlines, there are growing calls for the South African government to take more decisive action to address both the group's activities and the underlying issues fueling their support. Some argue for stricter enforcement of immigration laws, while others emphasize the need for economic policies that create more opportunities for all South Africans. In conclusion, Operation Dudula represents a complex and contentious issue in South African society. While they claim to be addressing real concerns about illegal immigration and economic hardship, their methods have raised serious questions about human rights, the rule of law, and social cohesion. As the situation continues to evolve, it is clear that finding a solution will require addressing not just the symptoms but the root causes of the tensions that have given rise to this controversial movement.